Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt. It's ammunition review today. Our flavor of choice is 5.56 NATO or 5.56 by 45 millimeters or 223 Remington. This is from SDI. They are an Indian manufacturer. This is M855 or SS109. 62 grain full metal jacket. In full transparency, I purchased some of this ammunition as well as AIM surplus, providing us a small lot of it for us to demo with no strings attached. Let's throw this guy on the table and talk about what we're going to do today. For all my 5.56 testing, I have a very wide variety of barrel lengths from 7.5 inch all the way up to and including 22 inch. I thought about trying to pick up a 24-inch barrel at some point, but I haven't found anyone who manufactures one with the specifications that I want. I want 1 in 7 twist, and I want a threaded barrel so we can put a suppressor on there. We have a Pro Pal Digital DLX at about 12 feet, so we can actually get those velocities. It's around 75 to 80 degrees outside today. We'll do a practical accuracy test as well at about 100 and or possibly 200 yards. And then just along the way, we're trying to collect general reliability testing. You know, I only have about, I think, 450 rounds of this, and I would say if I start having any issues with this particular lot in this small sample size, you can extrapolate that out to know that you may want to steer clear of it. We did test SDI's M193 in the past, and we actually had pretty good results from it. I will say, looking at the macros, if I haven't had them up already, I do note that this particular load has a very, very heavy collet crimp on our case mouth there to lock our bullet and our shell together. Possibly a little excessive. We'll have to see how that affects any of its reliability or performance. Up first, we'll start with our shortest barrel length. This is our Palmetto State Armory pistol build, at least for another day or so. This has a 7.5 inch barrel. We got the X2 Dev Group muzzle device and their Jackal charging handle. If you can see from the close-up, I actually finally replaced the Bushnell TRS 25 with a Holosun, what is this, 403B. It was on sale from PSA, and I just needed a better and brighter dot for this gun. We'll try to look for any muzzle flash that this particular load may produce. Try not to smoke my bag. Didn't detect any muzzle flash off that load, so that's a good thing. And now our 10.5 inch SBR. This is another PSA build. We got the no step on sneak lower. We've got a SIG Tango MSR 1-6 LVPO up top. These are the, I do believe, assembled in China variants. Not too bad for a second focal plane scope. Again, I picked it up from PSA on sale. I got the black and flat dark earth as well. I figure for as much as I do for armor testing, and when I mess up because I say I can't see the target very well at 45 feet, our 1-6 would give me a pretty good advantage of seeing where I should be hitting on those targets. Got a Yankee Hill 3-port QD muzzle brake up front, Rise Armament trigger in here. And now on to our 14.5 inch upper. This is from Pro 2A Tactical. I picked this in a 9x39 upper up a little while ago. So far the build quality has been very good on this particular upper. I did have to replace the gas block with an adjustable one because the barrel manufacturer drilled the gas port too large. We're getting good ejection around the 3 o'clock position to 4. And now for our fancy bullpup. This is our Springfield Hellion or Croatian VHS2 rifle. Has a 16-inch barrel, 1-in-7 twist, got a classic 1:6 second focal plane scope up top. I really like the way that this bullpup handles. Again, the major complaint about all bullpups is that the triggers normally suck, and this one is no exception. If someone is listening, please make an aftermarket trigger pack for this with a lot better trigger pull. Nice. I do like on the VHS2 or Hellion that you can set the ejection to either eject the brass out of the left or right, and that is helpful if you are shooting suppressed, because if I'm a left-handed person shooting suppressed with the ejection out of the right, normally I get a lot of gas to the face on most firearms. If there's anything I know for sure is to never take that laptop with me to an airport. There's tons of dust from the muzzle devices all over it. But so far, we're not getting any muzzle flash off this particular load. We have our 20-inch AR. This is a PSA premium build. This has the FN double chrome lined 1-in-7 twist barrel, no name lower. We have the KCI windowed PMags. Nice. I will note that the loads seem a little bit on the smoky side. Not sure if you can see that from the camera or not. And now for our final barrel length. This is our 22-inch TC Compass, also known as our Armor Slayer. Maximum velocity out of this barrel. It is 1-in-9 twist. It does do pretty good when we do accuracy tests with it, even though a 1-in-7 would probably be preferred for our longer barrels. We've got a Yankee Hill 3-port QD muzzle brake up front. This is our Oryx chassis. We have a Primary Arms Silver Series 4-16 first focal plane. Just got this back from repair. The illumination knob was actually loose on this particular model because I picked up a second one of these because I like this scope a lot, at least for my use case. I can dial the parallax down to 20 yards. It's very bright for illumination, so when I shoot my armor, I can see where I'm going to hit. It might have been a hard primer. Brass is a little bit sticky in this, but it also could be that I've probably shot this gun more than they intended you to shoot it. The bolt doesn't ride very smoothly very much. I should maybe send it in and see if they can figure out why it's a little on the rough, but not too bad. Here is our SDI M855. We're using the TC Compass. 22-inch barrel with the JK Armament rifle kit on there, so we get really good accuracy, at least in the past. Our first group was 1.738 inches. Our second group at 100 was 1.494 inches, very par for the course. Now, however, our 200-yard engagement, 6.181 inches. Now, that was a 6-shot group for some reason. Apparently, I can't count today. It is about 90 degrees outside. There is a little bit of wind, so it could throw that bullet around a skosh at 200, but I don't really think it does. The fourth group over here was 1, 2, 3, 4, and I don't know where the fifth one is. Could be one of these guys over here. So, I mean, that's another 5 to 6 inch group. M855 is not known for its accuracy. Usually we get pretty good with foreign manufacturers in that gun, but that could just be a bullet that gun does not like. Your mileage may vary, of course. And that's all I have to say about that. Our SDI M855, I think, performed right in line with what we've seen from other M855 SS109 loads. Typically, our European manufacturer loads give us better accuracy at the expense of a little less velocity. Usually when I test our Lake City or Winchester M855, we have the best velocity, and our accuracy as far as groups go in the same gun that we use today is, right around, 1.5 to 2 inches plus at 100 yards. I don't know why the groups opened up so much at 200. The only thing I can think of is that crimp on our case neck was over excessive to the point where it was deforming the bullets and giving us, an inconsistent bullet from shot to shot. We did have a few hard primers in our TC Compass when we were out here just shooting for shits and giggles. I think we put around 250 to 300 rounds in here. I do want to note that we had a little bit of flattening of our primers in our 16-inch Springfield Hellion. We have a little bit of primer flow cratering in our 22-inch, so that you know that this load is full power. If you have a 223 or 223 wild chamber, you may want to steer clear of using this unless you know for a fact that your gun will handle these higher pressure loads without issue. With all that being said, it's time for me to get the heck out of here, but at the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible, because there's a lot that goes into these videos. Number one is my Patreon and Subscribe Star fans. I have a link tree in the description below with various different ways to either contact me or support me. Number two is Brian over at AIM Surplus. Again, in full transparency, sent us over some extra of this to review demo with no strings attached. And of course, number three is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range.